You definitely can't call me Mr. Brightside today. This might have been one of the most painful videos I've had to make for the channel. After a horrible Game 6 loss that I think all Warriors fans thought that we were just losing Game 5 just to get to Game 6, it seems inevitable that the Warriors might lose Game 7. But I'm gonna try really hard to show you guys some of the final plays of Game 6 and really show you how I think the Warriors can potentially win this upcoming Game 7 and really exploit the Rockets. So let's roll the tape. Right here. We're starting the quarter. And we're not matched up. I don't think we'll see this in Game 7. I think GP2 was just a little bit late. You see him right here. I think a lot of people didn't catch this on camera, so I really wanted to catch this for you on the film review. Fred VanVleet's wide open right here. He is shooting almost 60% in these last couple of games. And GP2 gets an okay contest up there. He does foul, and that's a 4-point play right there. Steph Curry's just looking around like, I thought we were down 2, but now we're down 4. And now we're down 5, and then soon to be down 6. It's okay, already not off to a great start in the fourth quarter. That's something that the Warriors can clean up. They weren't very detail-oriented. I really wanted to highlight the offensive end as well, where I think the Warriors can still exploit the Rockets. And I think this really relies on Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield isn't out there right now. He started the game, but scored 0 points. I believe went 0 of 4 from the three-point line this game. What you see here is Steph Curry, just the attention he's drawing at this point in the game. Everyone is collapsing to him in the zone. As soon as he's able to get around Jalen Green, Jabari Smith Jr. is coming over from the weak side and just basically selling out to help, leaving GP2 wide open. And we need to knock down these types of shots. Plain and simple, I think in Game 7, the more experienced Warriors will hopefully knock down shots like that. But we're going to need GP2, Moses Moody, Brandon Pajemski to hit shots like that in the clutch. And I think they can. I think Pajemski's been a lot better as he's gotten better from his sickness, and I think we can expect that. This, though, is probably one of the most frustrating things we see from the Warriors, the offensive rebounds. Draymond Green is just trying to make sure that Steven Adams doesn't get the ball, and he basically tips it back out. Jabari Smith Jr. gets the rebound. Then we have the pass to Jalen Green, and their best offense, Houston's best offense, especially for Fred VanVleet, he's really taken advantage of this, is the offensive rebound. They struggle. The Warriors really struggle to get organized and match up whenever there's an offensive rebound. And so this leads a wide open three-point shooter. And now Curry realizes, oh, shoot, I forgot to guard him. And actually, Fred VanVleet misses that. I think he's going to make that 90% of the time. But right here, we once again have Steven Adams getting the offensive rebound. And I feel like this is something we really have to hit on. Even a few of these, if the Warriors just get lucky and get them, or just fight a little bit more and get them, or we might see Kevon Looney in this next game, I think, a little bit more to get the rebounds. It really changes the game because the amount of effort they're expending on the defensive end definitely affects them on the offensive end. And I think by being able to get these rebounds will really be good for the Warriors. And right here, Steven Adams actually gets fouled, so another possession back into the Houston Rockets' hand. So the play goes on, and Jalen Green. Basically, I feel like this also makes the Rockets feel like they're dealing with basically borrowed time. Like, they shouldn't have this possession, so I'm going to take whatever shot I need to. And Draymond Green gets a pretty good contest right here, but there's, once again, nobody for the rebound, and Jalen Green's able to get that tip in. And this is the expression I think all Warriors fans had. Come on. Like, 4 possessions on the same play. 4. That's just insane. We can't do that. We don't have the amount of energy that we once did as a Warriors squad to just continually put up shots. And so now, obviously a little bit later in the game, Jimmy Butler's coming and he's driving down. Now, look how condensed this zone is. Like, you would not see this, basically, I feel like in any regular season NBA game. This side of the three-point line is unguarded. Nobody is here at all. Nobody's trying to guard this position, really. So if Pods just came up here, occupied the space, I feel like there'd be a lot of room for a three-point shot. But the Warriors haven't been making threes. If you look at them, they've been shooting worse than the Rockets almost throughout this series from the three-point line. And the traditional Warriors have shooters is a bit stymied by the fact that nobody but Steph is really like a great or transcendent shooter when Buddy Hield isn't shooting well. And so this guy, Steven Adams, just comes over here and blocks the shit out of Jimmy Butler, which is just insane. Steven Adams has been ruining us this series, but I think by shooting more threes and having a good shooting game, obviously we can play him off the floor. But second of all, I think actually what you're going to see here is it might be key. So look, Steven Adams is on GP2. That's the matchup here in this zone right here. So they get the ball to Draymond Green. This is the classic 3, the 4v3 type play right here. And right here, Amen Thompson doesn't really have a very good position. So really it's a 2v3 with Şengün and Steven Adams back here with Pods and GP2 also on the offensive end. And GP2 seems unused to this. And Steven Adams is going to be right here guarding the rim. But I think Draymond Green needs to be a little more aggressive here. Go all the way to the rim and take this shot. Because if he's aggressive, that changes the entire offense for the Warriors. And I think that's an adjustment we'll see in this next game. Not Draymond Green aggressive at the three-point line, but Draymond Green aggressive going towards the rim can really change this series, I believe, and really change everything. Right here, we're out of a Jimmy Butler turnover because he was in a bad position after a rebound. Şengün's going to get the ball, and I just want to once again show you the offensive rebound and Fred VanVleet having an absolute heater on right now. And this is when I felt like the Warriors kind of got dagger threed. I felt like the game was over at this point, honestly, because they hit a 3. Now they're up basically 12 points. It felt like there was no coming back with the way the Warriors were scoring, which they really struggled to. And the fact that the Warriors couldn't play defense, which is very new, but is definitely not for the fact that they have a great defense or anything like that. I think Jimmy Butler and GP2 have been great on the defensive end, but off of offensive rebounds, our defense isn't set, and it's really tough for us to score. So what are the keys in Game 7 that I see turning around for the Warriors? 1, better three-point shooting from the role players I think will have to happen. 2, I think Draymond Green will be more aggressive going towards the rim, and I think that will change a lot of things and allow for three-point shooters to be more wide open. 3, attention to detail. I think I hit on it earlier with the Fred VanVleet 3. I think the Warriors will be keyed in onto VanVleet. If Jalen Green beats us, Jalen Green beats us. At this point, we just can't let Freddie end us, just like he did with the Toronto Raptors. If you guys like this content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and go Jimmy Butler, go Warriors. Let's get this Game 7. Thank you guys for watching.